Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
With another frigid winter, also known as February, clutching the region in its grip, perhaps you've been dreaming of an escape to someplace a lot warmer. Florida, for example. It's understandable. They've got Disney World welcoming thousands of people every day. We've got Cedar Point, locked up until the ice melts or the calendar turns to June, whichever occurs first. They've got the Everglades. They've got the Rockets of Cape Canaveral. We've got the Rockets of West Bancroft. I'm not about to denigrate our fine university or its athletic endeavors. To the contrary, what I am here to do is emphatically state that the grass is not always greener south of the Mason-Dixon line. Let's consider the Everglades for a moment. It's a vast marshland of some 1.5 million acres, and yes, it is beautiful. We've got marshlands here in Ohio as well, just not as big. You know something else the Everglades has? Snakes. Lots of them. Big ones. Burmese pythons are by far the most invasive species in Florida. And these bad boys can reach lengths of 16 feet or more. 3 years ago, an 18-footer weighing 215 pounds was caught in Naples, Florida. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission pays snake hunters a handsome fee for capturing and killing these things. You can make $8.25 an hour just hunting for Burmese pythons in the Everglades, which isn't much considering the dangers, especially at night. But the real payoff comes when you catch one. Hunters get paid $50 for the first 4 feet of a python's length and $25 for every foot thereafter. A cautionary word here, before you grab the hip boots and fly off to southern Florida, be advised that money like that only goes to designated contractors, the professionals. But if you're willing to do your homework and get registered, there are big bucks to be made. Well, as if Burmese pythons, panthers, and alligators weren't enough to keep you indoors at night in Florida, now we have to consider a creature called the skunk ape. Florida's skunk ape is a human-sized critter that walks upright and may or may not be mythical, depending on whether you believe the folks who claim to have spotted one. Of course, the sightings are anecdotal and there are no definitive photographs. Casts of large footprints have been presented, to little effect to a skeptical public. Sound familiar? Hey, if I'm Bigfoot, I'm suing for infringement. The comparisons are unavoidable, although the skunk ape is said to be a tad smaller in size than his alleged cousin. Smaller perhaps, but no less imposing, given the powerful stench the creature supposedly emits, hence the name skunk ape. Of course, what I want to know is who's the guy who got close enough to sniff one. The story is still told of a skunk ape that once terrorized fishermen near Apalachicola in Florida's Panhandle. I'm going to assume that the story originated in one of the many drinking establishments in the area. Regardless, Florida can have its skunk ape and its Burmese python and even its famous mouse. I'm going to Cedar Point just as soon as they thaw the place out.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.